Residing independently during one's later years can be a fulfilling experience, characterized by autonomy, liberty, and the satisfaction of personal choice. However, it is important to acknowledge that it also presents challenges. Have you ever entered a room and forgotten your purpose for doing so? Have you experienced skipping meals due to the perception that cooking for one lacks appeal? You may have experienced a heightened sense of comfort during periods of isolation, characterized by extended durations without interpersonal communication. If that is the case, you are not alone. Aging independently encompasses more than merely maintaining physical health. The focus is on maintaining cognitive acuity, emotional well-being, and ensuring a secure and meaningful life. This discussion focuses on 12 considerations that older adults should heed when living independently. Errors that may complicate life yet are straightforward to rectify once identified. Avoiding isolation and maintaining financial and home organization are small adjustments that can enhance both independent living and overall well-being. Prepare a cup of tea and engage in a discussion on enhancing the quality of your later years. Consider subscribing and activating notifications to ensure you remain informed about valuable insights and guidance that can significantly impact your understanding. Let us commence. Initially, it is important to address the tendency to fall into complete isolation. As individuals age, life undergoes natural transitions, often leading to an unrecognized withdrawal from the surrounding environment. The passage of time transitions from days to weeks and subsequently to months, leading to a realization that the tranquility once perceived as serene may increasingly evoke a sense of emptiness. Numerous accounts exist of older adults who, despite their best intentions, progressively became disconnected from friends, family, and the locations that once provided them with joy. Social isolation is not an instantaneous occurrence. It gradually undermines our sense of purpose, connection, and happiness. Therefore, maintaining engagement is a significant contributor to one's well-being. Maintaining connections does not necessitate engaging in burdensome social obligations or attending overwhelming gatherings. Occasionally, minor actions yield significant effects. A weekly phone call with a loved one, characterized by shared laughter despite physical distance, a casual attendance at a local event with familiar faces offering warmth, or participation in a social group, whether in person or online, can maintain one's connection to a meaningful world. A woman began volunteering at a local shelter on a weekly basis. Initially, she exhibited hesitation, uncertain of her potential integration. However, that single day quickly transformed into the focal point of her week, enriching her life with unforeseen friendships and a revitalized sense of purpose. Engaging in even minimal efforts to sustain social connections mitigates feelings of loneliness and enhances the appreciation of shared experiences. These fleeting moments can restore joy, illustrating that life is more fulfilling when shared with others. Maintaining connections extends beyond mere companionship. It concerns engaging comprehensively in life, permitting oneself to be acknowledged, appreciated, and integrated. It concerns valuing the richness of experiences derived from interpersonal relationships. Initially, some effort may be required, however. The benefits of shared narratives, affection, and joy are invariably rewarding. Next, we will examine another critical aspect, your health. Living alone can foster comfort and independence, however. It may also result in a false sense of security. In the absence of reminders to adhere to daily routines or prompts to seek medical attention, it is common for individuals to neglect these responsibilities. As individuals age, the associated risks tend to escalate. No external prompts exist to encourage medication adherence or to schedule medical appointments. Prioritizing health necessitates a commitment that is both substantial and ongoing. A gentleman consistently deferred his doctor's appointment, repeatedly assuring himself that he would attend the following week. However, weeks progressed into months, and initial minor health concerns gradually developed into significantly more serious issues. His narrative was characterized by a sense of regret. He regretted not prioritizing his health when he had the capacity to effect change. This moment serves as a reminder to prioritize your well-being without delay. Utilize your phone for reminders. Record appointments on your calendar, and prioritize attuning to your bodily signals. Minor activities, such as engaging in daily walks or performing gentle stretching, may appear trivial, however. Their cumulative effects can be substantial over time. Imagine stepping outside, experiencing the warmth of the sun on your skin, inhaling the fresh air, and allowing yourself a moment of tranquility. Although these habits may seem minor, their cumulative effect contributes significantly to maintaining equilibrium in both physical and mental health. It is essential to recognize the significance of mental health. Experiencing solitude may lead to feelings of loneliness or anxiety, and suppressing these emotions can result in negative consequences. Engaging in dialogue with a trusted friend, family member, or professional can facilitate significant healing, and seeking support is entirely valid. Your emotional well-being warrants equal attention to that of your physical health. Allocating time for oneself transcends mere obligation. It constitutes a form of self-kindness and serves as an investment in personal well-being and future contentment. Optimal well-being facilitates a broader engagement with life, allowing for maximal enjoyment. Next, we will address safety considerations. One can develop a sense of confidence in managing daily tasks independently, particularly after years of experience. As individuals age, the prioritization of safety assumes increased significance. It is easy to overlook minor precautions, rationalizing that past experiences have been satisfactory. However, a single unforeseen moment can alter the entire situation. Implementing proactive safety measures is a straightforward yet effective method for safeguarding oneself and preserving independence. I encountered a narrative regarding a woman who experienced a minor fall in her kitchen. Although not life-threatening, she was unable to access her phone and remained alone for several hours before assistance arrived. The experience altered her viewpoint, leading to her investment in a personal emergency response system, a straightforward device enabling her to summon assistance with the press of a button. The minor adjustment provided her with reassurance, ensuring that she would not face challenges in isolation should the need for support arise. Minor modifications within one's residence can significantly impact the overall environment. Appropriate illumination, especially in corridors, stairwells, and restrooms, is crucial. A solitary error in a poorly illuminated environment may result in an avoidable incident. Ensuring adequate illumination in the home extends beyond mere convenience. The focus is on security. Home safety encompasses external protection as well. While it may appear excessive, implementing straightforward measures such as the installation of security cameras or enlisting a trusted neighbor for periodic check-ins can enhance security and provide additional reassurance. These precautions are not motivated by fear or paranoia. The focus is on safeguarding the independence that has been diligently cultivated. A sense of security in one's environment extends beyond mere comfort. It improves overall well-being. These minor yet significant actions represent self-care, serving to acknowledge your well-being and facilitate the enjoyment of life according to your preferences. Next, it is essential to address habits. Living independently provides a degree of autonomy, however. It also eliminates the inherent accountability associated with the presence of others. This independence is empowering, however. It may also facilitate the emergence of suboptimal habits. Initially, it may begin with minor actions, such as omitting a meal or extending time spent on the couch. These seemingly insignificant choices, however, have the potential to compound and form patterns that have a substantial impact on general well-being. A woman, after the loss of her husband, resorted to comfort foods and extensive television viewing to occupy her time. The development of these habits, though unintentional, gradually impacted her physical and mental well-being. She decided to make a change only after observing a decline in her energy levels and health. She initiated minor, achievable changes, focusing on the preparation of simple, nutritious meals and establishing modest objectives such as engaging in brief daily walks. She did not pursue an immediate transformation. She concentrated on minor, pragmatic modifications that incrementally enhanced her sense of vitality and self-connection. The essential factor is not perfection but rather intention. Identify specific, achievable objectives, such as preparing several nutritious meals weekly, committing to a daily walking routine, or participating in a physically engaging hobby. The objective is not to achieve an unattainable standard but to prioritize health, enhance vitality, and establish a lifestyle that supports overall well-being. Minor habits can significantly impact one's well-being, underscoring that self-care constitutes a daily expression of self-respect. Additionally, the inquiry pertains to the residence itself. Throughout the years, your residence has served as the center of numerous memories. The walls have absorbed joy, affection, and the quotidian experiences that contribute to the beauty of life. While it is common to develop strong attachments, the demands of maintaining a larger home can become both physically and emotionally burdensome as life progresses. Individuals often retain their residences due to obligations or sentimental attachments, however. This decision may impose a more significant burden than they acknowledge. We recall a woman who raised her family in a large, aesthetically pleasing residence. Following her children's departure, she dedicated years to maintaining the continuous demands of cleaning, landscaping, and repairs. Despite feeling overwhelmed, she grappled with the notion of downsizing, perceiving it as a relinquishment of the years invested in the home. She gradually recognized that upkeeping a home that no longer met her needs was depleting her energy and constraining her capacity to enjoy life. Following extensive reflection, she decided to relocate to a smaller, more manageable living space. She immediately experienced a sense of relief. After years, she was able to experience relaxation free from the ongoing demands of maintenance. The transition proved challenging, however. It resulted in a newly acquired sense of freedom. She was able to enjoy her days without the burden of domestic responsibilities and upkeep. Downsizing may not be right for everyone, but it's vital to assess the space and responsibilities needed at this stage. If remaining in your residence appears to be the most suitable choice for you, that is entirely justifiable. It is important to recognize that seeking assistance is a valid and acceptable action. Your home should serve as a sanctuary, free from stress. Employing individuals for yard maintenance, seeking help with housekeeping, or enlisting a family member for minor repairs can achieve this. Making choices that facilitate comfortable living and enable focus on essential matters, whether through downsizing or accepting additional support, constitutes a significant benefit to oneself. In discussions regarding the simplification of life, it is crucial to address the importance of identifying a sense of purpose. One significant challenge of solitary living, particularly following retirement or the death of a spouse, is the persistent sense that life has diminished in meaning. In the absence of a daily work structure or caregiving responsibilities, individuals may experience a sense of emptiness, leading to a blurring of days. Numerous accounts from older adults illustrate the experience of awakening each morning, grappling with the motivation to rise, and questioning their continued relevance in the world. Your life possesses significant value at each stage. Continuous learning, exploration of interests, and opportunities for contribution are ever present. This stage of life presents an ideal opportunity to re-engage with interests that may have been neglected during the demanding years of family responsibilities or professional commitments. One may have a long-standing desire to engage in painting, learn a musical instrument, or pursue gardening as a means of achieving tranquility and personal satisfaction. These activities serve as essential outlets, contributing to cognitive engagement, emotional fulfillment, and the overall significance of daily life. A notable account involves a man who chose to serve as a mentor for youth in his community. Initially uncertain about his potential to affect change, he ultimately recognized that mentoring and inspiring others provided him with a revitalized sense of purpose. The focus extended beyond skill instruction to encompass the sharing of life experiences and wisdom, highlighting his ongoing contribution to the world. The relationships established during this experience provided significant fulfillment and a sense of belonging. If one is seeking purpose, it is advisable to begin with a modest endeavor. Possible activities include acquiring a new skill, engaging in volunteer work, or revisiting a previous interest. Continue to explore, even if progress is incremental. Residing independently does not equate to lacking purpose. You now possess the autonomy to structure your days in a manner that genuinely enhances your joy and fulfillment. Life remains replete with possibilities, and each day presents an opportunity to re-examine what invigorates one's existence. The home environment significantly influences well-being, often more than one may recognize. Residing independently allows for the customization of one's environment according to personal preferences, however. It may also lead to a decline in maintenance due to the absence of external oversight. Minor tasks accumulate, leading to increased clutter, and before long, one's home, previously a source of comfort, may become overwhelming both physically and emotionally. A woman, following the death of her husband, gradually diminished her engagement in maintaining her household. Papers accumulated, incomplete projects persisted, and previously cherished areas of her home began to evoke a sense of chaos rather than tranquility. It was only after a close friend visited and assisted her in organizing her environment that she recognized the significant impact her surroundings had on her well-being. The state of her home mirrored her internal grief and uncertainty, however. As she organized the space, she experienced a sense of lightness, increased control, and renewed hope. The home serves as the primary environment in which individuals allocate a significant portion of their time. It ought to serve as a refuge rather than a cause of anxiety. It is unnecessary to implement comprehensive changes simultaneously. Commence with modest initiatives. Organize a specific area, declutter a surface, or establish a straightforward system to maintain accessibility to daily necessities. These minor adjustments can convert your environment into one that fosters tranquility rather than contributing to life's challenges. An orderly and tidy home extends beyond mere aesthetics. It provides clarity, tranquility, and a sense of agency regarding one's surroundings. Moreover, it ought to embody the tranquility and solace that you merit during this phase of life. Living alone often overlooks the dimension of time. The absence of work structure or family caregiving routines can lead to a blending of days, resulting in a diminished awareness of time passage. The absence of structure may result in a sense of disorientation, leading to uncertainty regarding the day and prompting reflections on the significance of each moment. However, it is possible to regain control of your time and enhance the significance of each day by establishing a straightforward, purposeful routine. A narrative exists regarding an individual who, upon retirement, became ensnared in a pattern of inactivity. In the absence of a structured plan to occupy his time, he frequently experienced feelings of disorientation, lack of motivation, and a sense of disconnection from his surroundings. He established a weekly structure, allocating one day for grocery shopping, committing to a daily morning walk, and reserving time for a previously enjoyed hobby. Their small, consistent nature provided structure and rhythm to his days, enhancing his alignment with life once more. The home is the primary location where individuals allocate a significant portion of their time. It ought to serve as a refuge rather than a cause of anxiety. It is unnecessary to implement a complete overhaul simultaneously. Begin with modest initiatives. Organize a specific area, remove items from a cluttered surface, or establish a straightforward system to maintain simple access to daily necessities. These minor adjustments can convert your environment into one that fosters tranquility instead of contributing to life's challenges. An organized home enhances aesthetic appeal and fosters clarity, tranquility, and a sense of control within one's environment. Moreover, it should embody the tranquility and solace that you merit during this phase of life. Additionally, the issue of sentimental items arises. Throughout the years, individuals accumulate numerous objects that carry significant meaning, serving as reminders of treasured experiences, valued relationships, and the lives they have constructed. While these items may provide comfort, their accumulation can transform a home into an overwhelming environment, complicating the pursuit of clarity and tranquility. A careful equilibrium exists between valuing memories and permitting possessions to burden one's spirit. A narrative exists regarding a woman who faced difficulty in relinquishing her deceased husband's possessions. She retained all items, including his clothing, books, and even old receipts, under the belief that discarding them would equate to losing him once more. Over time, she recognized that attachment to each object hindered her progress. With the assistance of her children, she systematically sorted through his belongings, retaining only a select few items of significant emotional value while discarding the remainder. The process was emotionally significant, however. As she organized the space, She experienced a sense of lightness, as if she were permitting herself to transition into the next phase of her life while retaining his memory in her heart. When faced with an excess of sentimental items, it is advisable to select a limited number of significant pieces to retain while discarding the remainder. Photographing specific objects serves as a method to retain their memory without the necessity of retaining the physical items. Letting go does not equate to forgetting. The process entails accommodating new experiences while simultaneously respecting historical contexts. Decluttering creates physical space and facilitates emotional freedom, enabling the retention of cherished memories in the form of narratives and affection rather than material possessions. Emergency preparedness is another essential aspect. Residing independently fosters a sense of autonomy, however. It concurrently entails complete accountability for one's safety in unforeseen circumstances. Preparation for emergencies, such as power outages, health crises, or natural disasters, can significantly influence one's ability to respond effectively, fostering confidence rather than feelings of overwhelm and vulnerability. Implementing proactive measures guarantees that, regardless of circumstances, one maintains control and can effectively address challenges with confidence. An older gentleman experienced a severe winter storm that resulted in a power outage throughout his town. He had always believed he could manage any situation, however. When the lights went out, his sense of control diminished. Without alternative light sources and a rapidly depleting phone battery, he found himself isolated in darkness, unable to seek assistance. The experience served as a valuable lesson. Resolute in his desire to avoid future helplessness, he initiated action. He acquired a portable phone charger, gathered emergency supplies, and invested in battery-operated lanterns. The implementation of these minor adjustments provided him with a significant sense of tranquility, as he recognized that he would not be unprepared in the event of future calamities. Emergency preparedness constitutes a vital aspect of self-care, especially for individuals residing alone. It begins with modest yet significant actions. Maintain a list of emergency contacts in a readily accessible location. Compile a fundamental emergency kit containing essential items such as bottled water, non-perishable food, required medications, flashlights, additional batteries, and a first aid kit. Establish a routine of maintaining your phone's charge and consider acquiring a backup battery to guarantee access to communication in emergencies. Residents in regions susceptible to extreme weather should prioritize advance preparation. Acquire necessary supplies and establish a strategy for locating shelter if required. Preparation does not equate to a state of fearfulness. The focus is on preserving autonomy and safeguarding well-being. Such action represents a modest investment in one's future, fostering a sense of security and confidence in managing life's challenges. By implementing these precautions, one is not solely protecting oneself. You are strengthening the autonomy and authority you have diligently established. We will now address another frequently neglected aspect: financial organization. Financial management may not be the most stimulating aspect of life, however. It becomes increasingly essential with advancing age. Lack of structure leads to the accumulation of bills, misplacement of important documents, and potential lapses in financial oversight, resulting in avoidable stress. Residing independently necessitates personal accountability, particularly regarding financial management. A narrative exists regarding a woman who valued her independence yet remained unaware of the disarray in her finances until several months had elapsed. Upon reviewing her bank statements, she was astonished to find that she had been paying for services no longer utilized and had overlooked several bill payments she believed were managed. The experience resulted in feelings of overwhelm and uncertainty regarding the initial steps to take. Assisted by a reliable family member, she established a straightforward system, regained control, and, crucially, achieved peace of mind. Establishing financial order need not be complex. Automating payments for essential services such as utilities, rent, or mortgages guarantees adherence to deadlines. Regularly reviewing bank statements, even on a monthly basis, is essential for identifying any unexpected charges or fees. Maintain the organization of all essential documents, including bank statements, wills, and insurance policies, in a secure and readily accessible location. Should the management of finances independently prove to be daunting, it is advisable to seek assistance from a reliable friend, family member, or financial advisor. Requesting assistance does not indicate a lack of strength. This approach effectively protects financial well-being and promotes long-term stability. Effective financial organization transcends mere money management. By managing the practical aspects of life, you can focus on activities that truly bring you happiness. We will now turn our attention to the topic of safety within the home environment. With advancing age, residences evolve beyond mere living spaces. They serve as sanctuaries, imbued with memories and familiar comforts. However, residing independently presents distinct challenges, particularly regarding safety, well-being, and the preservation of autonomy. Thriving independently involves more than mere daily survival. The focus is on establishing an environment that facilitates a full, comfortable, and secure life. Assessing your home for potential risks is an effective initial step. Consider it a strategy for ensuring the longevity and adaptability of your environment. The objective is to guarantee that your residence accommodates your current lifestyle while remaining a secure and accessible environment in the future. Examine each room, focusing particularly on high-traffic zones such as hallways, staircases, and the kitchen. Loose rugs, cluttered environments, and inadequate lighting may appear innocuous, however. They can present significant risks over time. A misplaced rug or poorly illuminated staircase can result in a fall with significant consequences. Implementing nightlights in hallways, utilizing brighter bulbs in stairwells, and ensuring adequate lighting in entryways can significantly reduce the risk of accidents. Installing grab bars and handrails in critical locations is a straightforward yet effective modification. With advancing age, alterations in balance and mobility occur, rendering these supports essential. The bathroom is notably a high-risk area for slips and falls. The installation of grab bars adjacent to the toilet and within the shower or bathtub enhances stability and fosters confidence during daily activities. It is crucial to equip staircases with secure railings on both sides to improve support during ascent and descent. These minor adjustments extend beyond mere safety enhancements. These represent investments in preserving autonomy, facilitating unrestricted movement without apprehension. Regarding the bathroom, further modifications can enhance its safety and comfort. Non-slip mats in the shower and on the bathroom floor are crucial for preventing slips. A shower chair provides stability and enables comfortable bathing without the concern of standing on a wet surface. Elevating the toilet seat can alleviate stress on the knees and back, facilitating the process of sitting and standing. A handheld showerhead enhances flexibility and control, thereby improving the efficiency and safety of daily hygiene practices. These modifications do not entail the removal of independence. The focus is on adapting your environment to meet your needs, thereby facilitating daily tasks and reducing stress. The kitchen, a frequently utilized space, must be designed with an emphasis on convenience and safety. Positioning frequently used items within easy access, as opposed to high shelves, mitigates the risk of overreaching or utilizing stools. The utilization of utensils featuring easy grip handles and oven mitts that offer comprehensive coverage can mitigate the risk of burns and strain. Utilizing a microwave for meal heating is generally a safer option compared to using a stovetop. Accessibility of a fire extinguisher and proficiency in its use constitute a critical safety measure. Streamlining your kitchen organization extends beyond mere accident prevention. Meal preparation should be an enjoyable and stress-free aspect of daily life. In addition to ensuring physical safety, technology serves as a significant instrument for promoting independence. Personal Emergency Response Systems, PERS, offer reassurance by enabling users to summon assistance with the press of a button. These devices, designed to be worn as a necklace or wristband, provide immediate access to assistance in the event of a fall, medical emergency, or the need for support. Smart home technology represents an additional asset. Lighting with motion sensors enhances hallway visibility at night, thereby mitigating fall risks, while voice-activated assistance facilitates the scheduling of medication reminders, appointments, and daily family check-ins. These technologies extend beyond mere convenience. They provide an additional layer of security. enabling independent living with assurance. Regular communication with loved ones is as essential as ensuring a safe home environment. Regular communication via phone calls or video chats with family members or close friends provides emotional support and practical reassurance. When mobility or distance presents a challenge, technology serves as a solution. Video calls facilitate visual interaction with loved ones regardless of their location. Furthermore, enlisting family members to establish reminders for significant tasks, including medical appointments or medication refills, can provide additional support. Participation in community activities, such as hobby groups, book clubs, or volunteer work, fosters social connections and mitigates isolation. Emergency preparedness constitutes a vital consideration for individuals residing independently. Unforeseen occurrences, such as power outages, medical emergencies, or severe weather, can be daunting in the absence of a contingency plan. Develop an emergency plan that incorporates essential contacts, including family members, neighbors, and emergency services. Maintain a written record of these numbers in a readily accessible location, alongside essential documents such as medical records and insurance information. An emergency kit containing essentials such as bottled water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, additional medications, and a battery-powered phone charger can enhance security during uncertain times. Reviewing your emergency plan with family or trusted friends guarantees that all individuals are aware of the appropriate actions to take in the event of unforeseen circumstances. In addition to addressing practical considerations of safety and preparedness, it is essential to contemplate the elements that genuinely contribute to your joy and fulfillment. Residing independently provides a distinct opportunity to structure one's daily activities in accordance with personal values and aspirations. Each day is an opportunity to re-engage with activities that bring joy, including exploring new hobbies, engaging in creative pursuits, or establishing a satisfying routine. Living independently fosters empowerment, however. It necessitates a commitment to self-care, well-being, and emotional fulfillment. This phase of life involves establishing an environment that promotes safety, comfort, and tranquility, making minor modifications to your residence, incorporating technology for enhanced security, maintaining connections with family and friends, or preparing for unforeseen circumstances are all actions that contribute to a life characterized by both independence and enrichment. Independence must not equate to isolation, and safety should not be prioritized at the expense of joy. Implementing deliberate modifications today guarantees that your home continues to be a space of security, happiness, and comfort in the future. This discussion will focus on effective strategies to enhance the experience of living alone, transforming it from mere manageability to genuine enjoyment. It begins with adopting straightforward daily practices that enhance joy and provide structure to one's day. The simple act of brewing a cup of tea each morning and enjoying it by the window as sunlight enters can establish a tranquil atmosphere. Engaging in brief stretching and deep breathing prior to commencing daily activities can rejuvenate both the body and mind. Concluding the evening by recording several points of gratitude can alter one's perspective, facilitating a transition to a state of contentment instead of restlessness at day's end. A gentleman rediscovered his passion for woodworking after years of prioritizing work and family over this interest. He dedicated 1 hour each evening to his workshop, engaging in carving and creation for the sake of enjoyment. The small routine significantly altered his daily experience, providing purpose, fulfillment, and a previously absent sense of satisfaction. Engaging in activities such as reading, gardening, painting, or practicing stillness can significantly enhance the experience of solitude. Prioritizing joy in small ways contributes to a life characterized by meaning, purpose, and personal fulfillment. It is important to consider the progress made and the accomplishments attained. Achieving independent living is a significant milestone, and the experiences accumulated over the years constitute invaluable assets that are impervious to external influence. This phase of life does not entail a reduction in activity or a retreat from prominence. The process involves recognizing the knowledge acquired, the contributions one can offer, and appreciating the autonomy associated with advancing age. You possess greater wisdom, strength, and resilience than previously, and it is now opportune to apply that wisdom to cultivate a life characterized by peace, joy, and connection. Each minor adjustment, including social engagement, ensuring a secure living environment, and cultivating simple pleasures that contribute to happiness, is aimed at constructing a life that effectively serves and supports individual well-being. Although life may appear altered, its significance remains unchanged. The decisions made today can significantly influence future happiness. I sincerely thank you for your continued engagement. Your participation and involvement are highly valued. By applying these lessons, you are creating a life that is safer, more fulfilling, and enriched with joy. If you found our discussion beneficial, please consider liking this video, sharing it with others who may benefit, and subscribing for additional content aimed at supporting your journey. Residing independently does not equate to experiencing solitude. Your life comprises connections, memories, and narratives that enhance its depth and richness. Assert your autonomy with assurance, recognizing your capacity to influence this phase in a manner that fosters fulfillment and well-being. Every day presents an opportunity to engage with purpose, appreciate moments, and derive joy from the freedom attained. Thank you for your presence. May the forthcoming days be characterized by joy, well-being, and the fulfillment derived from a life well lived.